Yeah, hi again, guys. I apologize for my audio quality on in my other videos. I'm trying to improve upon that. Hopefully this audio quality will be better. Again, it's great that there's interest in this material. I really think that there needs to be interest in this material at this point. So I'm just going to keep going on covering the judicial system and uncovering as much as I can in these videos. I'm trying to keep them as short as possible, give you guys some idea of what's going on. Okay, let's run down the traffic scenario and see if it rings of honesty. A cop, a government employee, gives you an alleged court-issued document called a ticket, attempting to force you by threat and coercion, an unarmed unknown person approaching your car and making demands, into a court, a government venue, to be prosecuted by a prosecutor, a government employee, while a judge, another government employee, decides your fate and either puts you in jail in service to the government or makes you pay money to the government. Lots of government stuff here, isn't there? The witness against you, instead of being a third party, is the cop, a government employee, and his opinions are relied upon by the judge, a government employee, even though he was not injured in any way. They get to have tax money, unlimited resources, pay for their efforts, their prosecution against you, by wages, in which to pursue their prosecution against you, while you have to rely on only what you can afford, limited resources, as compared to unlimited, to fight back. They make more money under any and all conditions in which they get to continue their efforts by clocking in more hours for more wages garnered from taxes, regardless of whether or not they win. They get to make more money if they get a fine off you, a percentage to the local government, and another percentage to the state government, known as a surcharge. Surcharges in New York State, I think, are up around $75 now. $75. How much in fines do you suppose the government garners if they get a fine? Would it surprise you to know that traffic tickets are California's #1 revenue stream? And if the government loses the case and doesn't win their fine, what did they really lose? Did the government officials get paid to prosecute, or didn't they? Of course they did. Do you, the rare winners, defendants, get paid when you win or lose? I apologize for the text here. I know it's too small to read. Would it surprise you to know that state governments actually award outright grant monies to the counties that garner the most citations and fines? How on earth is free money not an incentive for a judge to render guilty verdicts whenever he possibly can? Everyone present in that courtroom is there to prove your guilt. No one is there to prove your innocence except you. Remember what I said in my last video about the Miranda warning. Everything you say can and will be used against you. No matter what it is you say, it will be used to construe guilt, not innocence. Think about that, folks. Really think about that. Funny how they came out with that Miranda warning and made such a big deal about it, isn't it? Folks, this is all commerce. This is all about making money. It's all it is. It's just about money. It's about servicing debt. I will go into that more in the future. To continue, please note, the judge, a supposed neutral party, judges are always supposed to be neutral parties, is always asking you to plead guilty or not guilty. You are never being asked to plead innocent or not innocent. If you don't think this carries weight, you have no understanding of the law. It is of vital importance. it automatically carries a presumption of guilt, not innocence. Remember the presumption-assumption factor. It is vital in law. You must understand presumptions and assumptions. They are everything. They screw people all the time. It is virtually a no-lose situation on their end, folks. Where is the courtroom justice that Americans expect to benefit from? Where isn't the inherent bias? The process, as hinted at above, is loaded with defect that I haven't even begun to cover. Defects that I haven't referenced besides the ones that I did. It is a function of law, again, that if you do not properly rebut or contest what has happened, you are presumed and assumed to be in complete agreement with what is happening. Folks, I'm going to drill that into your head over and over and over again. Under that rule alone, people get killed by their sheer ignorance of law. Couple that with the fact that you waive tons of rights the second you respond improperly. You waive tons of rights the second you respond improperly. And you self-incriminate without having any clue you did so. And blammo! You've screwed yourself into a fine for which you are then liable without having any clue how you became liable. As Supreme Court nominee Bork once said publicly, everyone in jail is in there voluntarily. Reread that sentence, folks. He is 100% correct. Let me repeat. As Supreme Court nominee Bork once said, everyone in jail is in there voluntarily. If you're in jail, you chose to be in there voluntarily.